Morning, gearheads. Well, the days are starting to get colder. People are starting to think about putting their gear away for the winter. So, my name's Ian, and let's talk about how to properly store your sleeping bag. There are two methods of storing your sleeping bag that I'm really going to suggest to you today. The first is using the storage sack. Almost every sleeping bag that you buy nowadays is going to come with one of these. This big bag is great because it lets your bag be nice and lofted inside, which is essential to keeping that insulation working. Basically, every time that you compress your sleeping bag, those down fibers are going to compress down like this. If you store them compressed like this, over time they're going to remember that that's how they're supposed to be. But really what you want in order for your down bag to be as warm as possible is you want those to be lofted and big. The same goes for synthetic. Synthetic is basically little plastic fibers that are in there, and when you compress them, they're gradually gonna want to stay like that. It's a little bit different than down, because down you can always put it in a dryer with some tennis balls and break them up so that they loft again, whereas synthetic, those fibers will break down and stay like that. The second method that I'm going to show you guys today is using a hanger. This method is super simple because you can do it in almost any house. Having a big bag like that sometimes takes up a lot of space, but this you can easily keep off the ground and it'll feel like it's not even there. Basically, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your sleeping bag and your hanger, then you're going to want to thread your sleeping bag through that hanger, being careful that none of the little hooks on the hanger catch your sleeping bag because it's a pretty fragile face fabric on there. Then, you can simply hang this bag like that. That's going to let all that insulation loft nicely and big so that it can, get its longest lifetime. The other perk of storing it this way is you'll know exactly which bag is which. They're not all going to be in big white storage bags like that. Another thing to remember when you're storing your sleeping bag is to keep it in a dry place. As we've talked about before with the different types of insulation, the down, when it gets wet, it's going to clump and not do super well. So it's really essential that you keep it in a dry place so that that sleeping bag can keep on working for as many years as it can. When all is said and done, the best way to take care of your gear is to use it. So while the cold may be scary, it might be a great option to look at an insulated mat or one of the closed cell foam mats with the reflective layering. That'll really increase the warmth of your sleep system, and it'll help you stay outside in those colder temperatures. So now that you're a master at storing sleeping bags, try and get out for at least one more night yet this season. As always with these videos, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments below.